Hello, this is Allie from Vampires Are the New Fairy Tales, and this is our first video blog. Today I'm going to talk about The Elite by Kiera Cass. Usually I have this thing where I don't actually make a fair judgment when it's an audiobook, but in this case I am kind of pissed off at America. So, America is the main character, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. I have placed this book in my I Want to Rip Their Eyes Out Goodreads shelf. I don't even know how to explain it. She's hypocritical, and it kind of got old really fast. I mean, I was listening to this audiobook during work, and I was just typing in useless data, and by the time the book ended, I was just so pissed off, and everybody in my office was kind of like, what the hell is wrong with you? She's accusing Maxon of being unfaithful. I mean, personally, I don't have a problem with that because he's kind of being, and he's like going around behind her back. Well, I guess it's not behind her back because it's the selection, but he's telling her that she's the one, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden he's like making out with Celeste and he's in love with Chris, and we don't know what's going on. We do find out that there's a reason for his need for affection, but I still don't think that's a valid reason. But then again, she's with like Aspen half the time, and I get really pissed off at how she's accusing Maxon of being so indecisive when she's doing the exact same thing. I was pretty angry at that part. Another thing that America did that was really, really dumb was that she took her anger out on Maxon by, what did she call it? Going out with a bang. That was suicidal on her part. He lent her this book saying, no, this is a secret. You can't tell anyone, right? What does she do? She reveals it on national television. I'm still kind of working that out in my head. Like, okay, I get that you're angry at him. You just found him making out with Celeste and everything, and I understand that you are trying to get into some sort of... You're trying to make a difference, but you didn't make a difference. You just made things so much worse for everyone. And now the king hates you, and I'm honestly not sure why Maxon even lets you stay at the end. It was really upsetting. Tara Brown has been writing this series called the Bourne Trilogy. It's about zombies, post-apocalyptic stuff. Her name's Emma, and she has been by herself in this cabin for years. I think it's like been, 10 years since the zombie outbreak. And her dad was a survivalist. She was taught, like, up until the zombie apocalypse, how to defend herself, how to survive, how to just live in, like, post-apocalyptic world, even though at that point people thought he was crazy, because why the hell is he thinking that it's going to be a post-apocalyptic world anytime soon, you know? But anyway, so that was 10 years ago. She's been living in this cabin, and this girl, a few years younger than her, comes up to her door and says, hey, my brother needs help. He's stuck in a ditch. And things keep going, lead to another. She saves them. She ends up withdrawing from her cabin, and she joins this resistance army kind of thing. Apparently, the zombie outbreak was an accident, but not to the extent that they thought. It was actually engineered by people because the world was dying and the United States did not want to help the pollution and everything because we were the main problem. Anyway, Emma is awesome because she's been stuck in her grandparents' cabin for 10 years, since she was 9 years old. And what does she do? She reads romance books for 10 years. And everything out of her mouth is like from a romance book, and I love it because she's like, I always wanted to say that. I always wanted to say that. And it's just like the cheesiest things, and I love them. So yeah, there's like, a lot of her morals in terms of her relationships come from these romance books. It's not skeezy or anything, but she has a very idealistic view of what love should be, at least in my opinion. And she's a little difficult. She's been alone for 10 years, so of course it's going to be hard for her to understand how to interact with people, but seriously. Okay, so the third book of that is coming out. I'm really excited. That's it. Alright, so this is Allie logging off from Vampires Are the New Fairy Tales. I'll see you... who knows. Goodbye.